Hey there, and welcome back to the Dirt Bike Dave channel. I just want to make a quick video for all my vet riders, all the guys running vet classes, older classes, even if it is, even if you're running like motocross and you're doing the age classes. Sorry, my thought process there. You know, plus 40, plus 35. 50, even up to 60, I guess, and open, however you want to do it. As the title says, I think there is a viable option for against the KTM 300 SX. Now, I'm not going to say it's exact or it's of that. You know, you get what you pay for, and those are more expensive. But GPX brand has they came out now with a 300 two-stroke. It's not motocross specific, so there will be things that you have to tweak to get it there. But I believe it's going for $6,700, and the 300 SX KTM is 93, I believe, is the retail. And then with their model, you know, you're paying almost $1,000 more to get it out the door with all their fees of setup and taxes and impact fees. I don't even know what they freaking tack onto these things anymore. It's ridiculous what they do, what they get for them. So, so if you weren't aware, like I said, GPX, off-brand bike. You know, I don't want to get into the whole political thing of a China bike, but, you know, it's manufactured over there. It is a KTM quote-unquote knockoff. I mean, there's a lot different from it. They build the bikes to spec for GPX. Gary Goodwin at Moto Toys USA contacts them in a manufacturing plant in China, and they give them options. And between both of them, between the manufacturer and Gary, they come up with a solution that they like. And this 300 two-stroke that they came up with is by far the best quality, best power to weight ratio, best dollar for dollar value that that there is for a vet rider. I'm going to say that. I'm going to preface it with, you know, for an older guy, for a vet rider, for people who have ridden two-strokes. They recently hired Joe Henner, who had his own shop in New York. He was a suspension specialist and general motor guy, engineer. Tons of experience. I want to say over 25 years of experience in dirt biking, and that's just as a job. You know, he's been having bikes since he was a kid like me. So he's been tinkering now with the bike since he's had it. And some of the things that he's done to get it a little bit better for motocross is he's messed with suspension. You know, you always need springs, you always need valving. I think he even changed out the front forks that came with it. If not, maybe he put inserts in them. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to get with him on that. But he's already got it to where he can get an FMF KTM pipe will fit on it, a Pro Circuit shorty pipe. They come with V-Force reeds. I think he threw a smart carb on there now. If not, you can. So, anyways, these things, they're making 52 horsepower. You're saving about $3,000 out the door. And will you have to do things to make it better, to make it, you know, motocross worthy? Of course. But you do that with the KTM. So, you know, you buy a almost $11,000 out the door KTM. And then you have to set it up for yourself. So you may be changing springs. You may be doing valving. You may be doing the things that most people do, put on pipes and silencers. So I'm just putting it out there that there's an option. that people have really overlooked. There was a really, I want to say there was a very negative hit piece on YouTube that kind of put the kibosh on it for a lot of people. And it was, if you really go through it and you read it, it's really a negative piece. Watch it. And I think, I don't understand why. I think it was politically motivated on their part. They titled it as, illegal copy, which is the farthest thing from the truth. Gary Goodwin at GPX works with them in China, builds the bike to spec. He changes a lot of things from what would be normal. They're not that much of a copy anyways. I want to say basically the engine and the cases are the most copied part, which, leads to actually reliability. But, suspension's totally different. The back half of the frame is totally different. The wheels and tires are totally, the rims, hubs, tires, all that's different. It is electric start, but it's not, that starter is not the KTM starter. There's just a lot, that when people say direct copy or illegal copy, that's just such a hit. It's just such a hit piece. They were trying to get views by doing that, and it's so negative. I don't understand why people can't get behind Gary and GPX providing a very viable option with good quality from a good company, a guy who stands behind his stuff. Gary stands behind his stuff and brings it in at $3,000 less, a value in these hard times when, inflation's killing everybody. So I think I'm going to talk more about this. I'm hopeful of maybe even getting one of these things. If I don't know if I can get it, pay for it outright. But I'm going to be in contact with Joe, who already has one, and I'm going to probably get some more video and reach out and try to get one of these things and test it, or see if I can find someone who has one and ride with them and see what it's like. But I encourage you guys to put your biases aside if you're trying to save money, which all of us should be, and give it a shot. At least give it a good look over. Don't just believe everything you see right off the bat. Even me, if I were to get my hands on one, you're going to see that I would torture test the thing. I'm going to take it out all the time, and I would be honest with what would happen to it. I'm not going to lie to you. It doesn't benefit anybody to lie to you about it. Meg's Brap has one. She said some good things and she said some bad things. I mean, that's just truth. And this is the first iteration of it. Gary's very good about, if there is things, they address them, and he has them change them over there before he orders again and has the next shipment of bikes coming in, which I believe is the case now. I think he got a low number originally, and he's got a shipment coming on the way now, if I'm not mistaken. So this is in August of 2023. So he should, within, usually it takes 6 to 8 weeks, he gets another set once he confirms everything and they build them. Sometimes that takes a long time, 6 to 8 months, a year. I think this bike took a lot because it had a lot of R&D. But I'm going to end it here with that. Today, like I said, just maybe give this an option. It's a viable option. The aftermarket's, you just buy KTM parts. You just buy, aftermarket wise, most of the KTM stuff will fit. So if you want to upgrade and do things like that, it's available to you. As far as getting parts, Gary's going to have parts. That's why one of the reasons why they hired Joe Hinner was to make sure that they got the things that they needed to back up these things and support them in the long run. So that's going to be it for right now. Please don't roast me in the comments. It does no good. I'll just block you anyways if you get to be ridiculous. If you have, true concerns or viable comments, I'm all about it. But let's not be, let's rein it in a little bit, I guess is what I'd say with that. So with that, I'm out. I will catch you on the next one.